All right, y'all. Video number 2. This is How to Get Away with Murder. Episode season 1, of course, episode 5. Y'all, one thing, it's like How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal are opposites. With Scandal, you can watch. You have to watch it from the very beginning, like the first few seconds, or it may be some kind of detail that you might miss. In my opinion, How to Get Away with Murder is the opposite. Which I mean, I still watch from the beginning, but this show, it's like every episode, the last minute will have you with your mouth hanging open. Whew, this show did this episode, y'all, like for real, like oh goodness. So let's just get into it. Okay, and I am gonna kind of skip around a little bit. Okay, so the new case they're working on is a death row inmate. The state Supreme Court has Annalise, Professor Keaton, she filed an appeal. The state Supreme Court has granted, so they're going to listen to the appeal. Okay. Now, pretty much what happened is a 20-year-old case. She says that she was a law student when this case happened, and it was circumstantial. It was a lot of circumstantial evidence, and the guy still got convicted. Okay, and he's about to be put to death, and she said that case really made her dislike the justice system. Now, y'all, I said this and other people said this. I don't know if it's going to come out later on or what, but to me, it just seemed like there was some kind of connection between her and this man. Like, did they know each other from childhood? Something. It just seemed like it was something, because she was very, very, like, focused and submerged in this case, like seriously. I mean, yeah, she was in it. Okay. Now, Dr. Keaton, which I think he's Dr. Keaton, Professor Keaton's husband, he goes to Bonnie and he tells her, he's like, well, thank you for, I know you have to put up with a lot with us, but thank you for dealing with us, with all the fighting and And she says, I did it, I do it for Annalise. I'll do anything for her. I said, well, but Bonnie? Because from the first episode, I felt like Bonnie was sleeping with Professor Keaton's husband. But then I said, well, dang, you done slept with both of them? So, next we see that Asher, his father, was the presiding, judge when the person who's on death row, when he was first convicted, it was Asher's father who was the actual judge. So Asher is like, no, my father is some kind of, I can't remember what his father was now, but he's like, no, my father, excuse me, y'all. No, my father doesn't lie. My father says, my father's that. So pretty much, he doesn't believe that his father has done anything wrong. Well, the original prosecutor, they go talk to the original prosecutor, and they're pretty much like, why did you leave the case? A few weeks in or whatever. And he comes up with some story, but Michaela, she finds out, she's like, no, you weren't tired, you weren't burnt out, because a couple of days later you was working on another case. So pretty much he tells the truth. He tells him he's not gonna testify to it or nothing, because he ain't trying to mess up his career. But pretty much he finds out, they found out that somebody lied Okay, and he told, sorry y'all, he told the judge that they had proof that somebody lied, and he told the judge they had proof that somebody lied or whatever, but nothing ever happened. So now, Asher is like, so y'all trying to say my dad is corrupt? No, I know my dad's not corrupt. So he went ahead and he went to his father's house, and he tried to look through his father's records, because they can't find anything on his father being racist or anything like that. So he ends up talking to his dad, and he asks him, period, he's, in so many words, he asks him, was it true? And his daddy kicked him out. So next we see, he goes to Professor Keaton, and he's like, look, I got some information, I'm willing to give it to you. He was like, but I need two things, because the guy who's on death row, his original lawyer told them that he had an alibi, but his alibi was like a old junkie, this guy that was a drug addict, and he was like, he didn't want his client to be associated with that guy, plus the dude was always high. So they tried to find him, but the guy had passed, he had OD, so they was pretty much at square one. So Asher was like, I have some information that's going to be, help the case, but I want two things. One, I want my father's name kept out of it. He's like, I want my dad, I don't want my dad's career to be ruined, which, I mean, his daddy ruined this man's life, but she agreed to it. And then two, he like, I want the trophy. So Asher tells them that, yes, somebody lied, and the person who paid him, he's a senator now. So they go, sorry y'all, my lips is so dry. Professor Keaton go back to the guy that's on death row and asks him, do he know the senator? And he's pretty much like, yeah, I know him. He had a development, a housing development, and my girlfriend, she was the main one getting people to get it to stop, because it was going to be like tens of thousands of people that was going to lose their houses, because he wanted to put, do the land development, pretty much in like low income areas. So come to find out, Ashley got mad one night because they was talking about his daddy, and he called himself running charging at somebody and he sees the logo of the building where the key witness, the lady, the key witness who said that she saw the defendant kill, run out of the lady house with the gun. Come to find out, she lived in the buildings that the senator owned. The company he ran owned these buildings, and she was about to get evicted. She was 3 months late on her rent, and they pretty much was like, if you testify, you won't have to, don't worry about your rent being late or whatever. And so Professor Keaton, catch her up on the stand. Then they subpoena the senator, and she go off on him so bad. I'm like, oh goodness. So pretty much what ends up happening is they win the case. Well, they win the appeal. The guy that's on death row, he's going to get a new trial, because everything that he was convicted on is completely circumstantial. And also, in addition to that, the witness, the witness, she's going to be under investigation, and so is the senator. So I was like, well, go ahead. So next we see Frank been doing something the whole episode, like something secretive. Come to find out, Professor Keaton gave Frank the cell phone. They planted the cell phone in the boyfriend's car. so that the police would find the cell phone and think that the boyfriend found out that the dead girl was sleeping with somebody else. Now, I'm like, dang, Professor Key, you just gonna put your husband under the bus? Y'all, why she done changed the darn wallpaper? She done, cause that's the only thing that lets you know that's her husband. She done changed the wallpaper. She got whoever Frank know to erase any kind of to where you can't see where you can't see who sent the photos to the phone, nothing. Everything off the phone is completely erased. But she changed the darn wallpaper in their bedroom. I said, now she's something else. Then we see that because they hand the phone over, Professor Keaton tells Wes he could tell Rebecca to come back. Because pretty much at the beginning, Wes tells her that, he wants her to find Rebecca. And if she don't find Rebecca, he gonna tell the police that the person, about everything, about the phone, everything. So Rebecca comes back. But sitting outside Professor Keaton's house is the old detective man, the boo thing. Because he has gotten fired. He thinks that Professor Keaton got him fired, but it wasn't. It wasn't Professor Keaton. It was Bunny. Okay, y'all. So, I'm like, okay, we got a couple of minutes. He go to commercial, and I'm like, okay, we got about 5 minutes. Next thing they did it one more time, y'all. You know how they ping pong. Asher gets a call from somebody saying, talking about, do you want to come over? Talking about, oh, you gonna come over? Y'all, next thing you know, the phone rings. And it's Professor Keaton, Annalise. And she crying. And she talking to Bunny. And she say, is he with you? And Bunny is like, who, what is she, and she like, Sam, is he with you? And she's like, no. And Professor Keaton is like, well, something terrible done happened. Y'all, why Bunny is in the bed with Asher? I said, Jesus, take the wheel. Lord, I went from thinking Bunny was sleeping with Professor Keaton's husband to thinking she was gay to now she's sleeping with Asher. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I did forget to say that Bunny, she called herself went off on Laurel over Frank. But y'all, I gotta give it to them now. They know how to, yeah. The writers in Shondaland are really good because Scandal is great. How to Get Away with Murder is great. But yeah, it was, yeah, y'all. So y'all, that's just my thoughts as always. I do thank y'all for watching. If you subscribe to my channel, thank you very much. If you don't and you just like my videos, you just watch the videos, thank you very much. I do videos only because I like doing them. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get to go to the beauty supply store, and I'll be doing a haul tomorrow of some beauty supply makeup, beauty supply store makeup. But y'all, that's it for tonight. Yeah, this, like I said in my first video, tonight was a good night. I had Scandal, I had How to Get Away with Murder, then FSU was our team, so they played tonight. So I was running back and forth from our bedroom to the living room because my husband was in the living room watching the game. Then I had to go grocery shopping today. Commissary was packed, but it was still a good day because I got a lot of, I saved a lot with coupons. So, but y'all, that's just it. I do thank y'all for watching.